£1,000. Sisters star Tammy Slaton admitted that she had trouble recognizing herself, and the same went for others around her. So, when did she start to understand she was the same person? Keep reading for more details on the situation. Tammy Slaton didn't recognize herself at first. £1,000. Sisters fans have watched Tammy Slaton struggle all the way to where she is now. Season 1 followed her and her sister, Amy Slaton Halterman, as they were desperate to drop pounds. For Amy, it all came sooner than for Tammy, who did everything, kicking and screaming. She entered a facility to help her get to her goal so she could undergo weight loss surgery. Luckily, after some time, she weighed less than she needed to, so she could get the procedure done. She was thrilled, and she just kept going, so much so that she was finally able to have skin removal surgery. Now, Tammy is a whole new person, and she has flaunted her new slim figure everywhere. She is wearing bathing suits and skinny jeans. It is a whole new world. Recently, Tammy confessed that she had no idea who she was after the procedure. Moreover, it was not the same person looking back, but to add to that, her phone didn't recognize her. Her Face ID only knew the old version of herself, so this proves how far she has come. Luckily, Tammy had someone by her side to help her understand all of the changes that were going on and make the transition far easier. Tammy Slaton has gone down to a medium t-shirt, while being a large before she had the skin removal. This shocked her sister, Amy, who was still an XL, but she also went off track in her 2 pregnancies. Tammy is also getting ready to tie the knot with her love, Andrea Dalton, so being in shape is even more essential for her. It is just such an exciting time for the £1,000 sisters star, and she deserves it all. Praise and hope for Tammy. Many viewers want the best for Tammy Slaton. They were invested in her getting new teeth, and it appears she has done just that, or at least begun the process. Moreover, they want to see how much more work she can get to further show how far she has come. Tammy has shared that she needs to get a few procedures done on her legs, but it is all a work in progress. Meanwhile, followers are so proud of the reality star. I am so proud of you, Tammy. You are an amazing person, and you are encouraging me to lose weight as well. We love you, girl. Red heart, red heart, red heart. Your journey has been incredible. You're so inspirational, Tammy. Raising hands, medium light skin tone, clapping hands, medium light skin tone. You have done so well, clapping hands, light skin tone. Loved watching your journey, sparkling heart. It appears that Tammy Slaton has become a true inspiration to all who have followed her, and she just keeps going. Can you believe she did not recognize herself after the fact? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Tammy Slaton didn't recognize herself at first. Chapter 1. The Mirror. The hospital room was quiet except for the steady beep of the monitor and the soft rustle of nurses moving down the hallway. Tammy Slaton lay on the bed, her eyes fluttering open to the pale light filtering through the blinds. The sterile smell of antiseptic filled her nostrils, sharp and unfamiliar, cutting through the fog that clouded her thoughts. A nurse approached with a small hand mirror, hesitating slightly before gently placing it in Tammy's trembling hands. "It's time," the nurse said softly. Tammy's fingers closed tightly around the mirror. Her heart pounded against her ribs like a wild drumbeat. She had avoided looking at herself for so long. Months, maybe years. The fear was overwhelming. Would she recognize the person staring back? Would it be a stranger or a ghost of the woman she used to be? She brought the mirror up slowly, her breath hitching as her eyes met her own reflection. At first, she didn't recognize the woman in the glass. The face was familiar yet changed, softer, thinner, more alive. Her eyes, once dull and heavy with exhaustion, now sparkled with a tentative light. The cheeks that had been hidden beneath layers of weight were more defined, revealing freckles and a gentle curve she had forgotten existed. For a long moment, Tammy stared in disbelief, whispering under her breath, "Is this really me?" Chapter 2. Shadows of the Past. Memories flooded her mind, some sharp, some blurry. She saw herself as she had been, trapped in cycles of pain and isolation. The nights she cried alone, hiding behind closed doors. The hospital beds she had grown too familiar with. the public's harsh words echoing like thunder, the eyes of strangers filled with judgment. She remembered the laughter of her sister Amy, always by her side, fighting for Tammy when she couldn't fight for herself. Amy's tireless devotion, the countless meals cooked, the rides to doctor's appointments, the pep talks when Tammy wanted to give up. There were memories of times when hope peeked through the darkness, a doctor telling her she had a chance, a friend offering a hand, a promise whispered to herself in the stillness of the night. But mostly there was the weight, the crushing weight that had once defined every step. Chapter 3. The Night That Changed Everything. Tammy's mind drifted to the night that led her here. The night she had come closest to losing everything. She remembered the suffocating panic as her body rebelled, the sharp pain in her chest, the frantic call to 911. The ride to the emergency room felt endless, each breath a battle. In the hospital, the doctor's voice was cold but clear. "If you don't change, Tammy, I'm afraid you won't be here next year." Those words cut deeper than any knife. It was the moment Tammy realized survival wasn't just about wishful thinking. It was about fighting, changing, and reclaiming her life. Chapter 4. The Hard Road. Rehab was a battlefield. Every day was a struggle, a test of willpower and courage. Tammy wrestled with physical therapy, learning to move, to walk again, to trust her body. The first steps were agonizing, filled with tears and frustration. But each small victory was a beacon. Nutrition classes challenged her stubbornness. "I miss cheeseburgers like their family," she joked to Andrea, a new friend she met in rehab who understood the battle all too well. Late nights were spent in whispered conversations, sharing fears and dreams, letting walls fall down. Chapter 5. Finding Herself. The first real breakthrough came unexpectedly. One morning, Tammy stood before the mirror in her rehab room. She had shed pounds, but more importantly, she had shed the heavy cloak of shame. The woman in the glass was someone she was starting to know, a survivor, a fighter, a soul worthy of love. She called Amy, her voice breaking as she shared the news. Amy's tears of joy were a balm for Tammy's weary heart. Chapter 6. Embracing Change. Psychologically, Tammy's journey was just beginning. Journaling became her refuge, a place to unravel the tangled threads of guilt and self-doubt. She learned that self-love was a choice, a daily act of kindness toward herself. She faced the critics, the labels, the whispers. But inside, Tammy built a fortress of resilience. Chapter 7. The New Tammy. With her new strength, Tammy embraced changes. A fresh haircut framed her face, new clothes celebrated her progress, and makeup became an act of self-expression rather than a mask. In group therapy, friends gasped at her transformation. She smiled, but inside she still grappled with the reflection. Was this really her?